Hey there, welcome back to Limabean Living. In today's video, we are going to be making some delicious orange fluff. This can be used as a side, a very refreshing side, or even just enjoyed as dessert because it is that good. You are going to need 6 ounces of cook and serve vanilla pudding, 6 ounces of orange jello, 2 cups of water, 16 ounces of Cool Whip, half a bag or 8 ounces of mini marshmallows, 1 can of pineapple, whatever size you choose, 1 can of mandarin oranges, again, whatever size that you prefer, and optional, some bananas. You can go ahead and screenshot the recipe card here for your convenience, or I will try to type everything down below in the description box. So the first thing that you're going to want to do is combine the water, the vanilla pudding, and the jello in a saucepan and cook it over medium heat until it boils. So I have this time-lapse video here kind of showing start to finish what it looked like as soon as I mixed up the ingredients, and then what it looks like when it's started to boil. It does kind of become a little bit more transparent. So once it starts to really boil, I turn off the heat and then I let it cool in the saucepan just until it wasn't steaming too much. And in the few minutes that I let it sit there, I did sometimes give it another stir just to release some more of the steam. Once the mixture had cooled down a little bit but was still very warm, I transferred it to this Tupperware container that holds a little under 16 cups. And this does look like it is way too big for this jello mixture, but we will be adding in a bunch of ingredients and it will almost fill up the entire container. So you're going to want something nice and large if you plan on using the same container for future storage of the final product. If not, you could transfer this original mixture to a smaller container, and then when you're ready to mix in the other ingredients, transfer it to a larger mixing bowl. But we're going to let the mixture chill in the fridge until it solidifies and really cools down and firms up. This may take an hour, but I just decided to deal with the next step the following day. You can see that the mixture has come together nicely, and we're just going to blend this up with a hand mixer before mixing in the Cool Whip. The recipe card does say to fold in the Cool Whip, but I have found that using a hand mixer and beating in the Cool Whip has the same result. And you want to make sure also to scrape down the sides of your bowl as well as the bottom of the bowl, because some of the jello and pudding mixture can kind of stick to the bottom, and you want that to be fully incorporated with the Cool Whip. And also make sure to scrape down the little beaters of the hand mixer. So now this mixture looks nice and fluffy and creamy, and since we have recently purchased a freeze dryer, I thought that this would be an awesome thing to try freeze drying. So we're gonna put some in a piping bag and then set this aside for a little bit later, and I will show you guys at the end what the final product turns out to be once it is freeze dried. But now we're just going to go ahead and add in our pineapple and mandarin oranges. I like to drain the liquid off and just let my kids enjoy that as like a juice, so that's definitely a treat for them. And I use the entire can of pineapple and almost the full can of mandarin oranges. However, the mandarin oranges, there was like a lot of them, and my kids like to snack on them, so I set some aside as part of whatever meal was coming up next, and then put the rest into our orange fluff mixture. And with the pineapples and mandarin oranges, you do want to use a spatula and fold these into the mixture, because using a hand mixer would likely just totally tear them apart and make them, not as chunky in the orange fluff, and then you would just have little tiny pieces everywhere. So if that's what you like, go ahead and use a hand mixer, but I recommend folding in these ingredients with a spatula. We are also going to be folding in half a bag of mini marshmallows. And once the mixture pretty much has all the ingredients equally dispersed, we're going to put a lid on this container and then toss it back in the fridge until we're ready to serve. Now the recipe did say some bananas are optional, and in order to keep the bananas looking nice and not brown, it's recommended that you would slice up the bananas just before serving and fold them in like you did the other ingredients. But I actually had recently run out of bananas, so I will be enjoying some orange fluff as it is. This is so delicious and refreshing, and just like I said, makes for a great dessert or a little side jello salad, I guess, for a meal. And it can be tweaked with the flavors. So if you don't want to use the orange jello, you could probably use, strawberry or raspberry jello and essentially make something very similar, just with a slightly different flavor palette. But remember when we set some of that orange fluff aside in the piping bag? Well, I went ahead and piped up little dollops on some parchment paper and actually freeze-dried 2 sheets of these. They didn't change much in size or appearance, but they do come out light and airy and firm. And they reminded me of those little baby snack yogurt bites that I used to get all the time for Jack and Aubrey. These were really easy to freeze dry, and I can definitely see making something like this again in the future. Let me know down below in the comments if you plan on giving this recipe a try and how you like it. Don't forget to like this video and stick around and subscribe if you are new. I would love it if you check out all of my motherhood content, and I will catch you in the next one. Woohoo! You've made it to the end of the video. If you didn't know already, every Monday and Friday you can find motherhood and lifestyle content on this channel. And since us moms have to do it all, that may mean yummy recipes, easy DIYs, mom hacks, cleaning and organization, or just a combo of everything. Please know that you are loved and you are made for greatness, and I will catch you in the next one.